Good afternoon, there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your host, Assassin47. With me on the desk are Costas and Analyst Universe and Crips. How are you guys doing? Starting with you, Crips.
Doing really well, thank you. Apparently, my hair is not, but that's okay because nobody's
Yeah.
here to look at that. We are here to look at some spicy games today.
Yep.
And dare I say, today's matches are going to be a little bit like a typical South Indian movie.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, do you want to elaborate on that, or shall we just jump straight into
All
the
right,
matchups
all
for the
right,
day?
all right. The first match for the day is going to be Enigma versus Force One Esports. And dare I say, does or does this not remind you of the title Badla the Revenge? Typical South Indian movie, full of action, full of drama. And this is a revenge match, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. It is definitely that revenge match. It is sort of like a rematch for the upper bracket qualifier match number 3. That was also Enigma Gaming versus Force One Esports. So, looking forward to seeing what exactly they're going to do today. If Enigma are going to let Force One Esports get their revenge, or are Force One Esports gonna upset us with that exact same performance that they showed in the upper bracket quarterfinal match as well. I mean, Force One Esports, they definitely did an incredible job yesterday against the likes of Godlike. So I'm expecting Force One Esports to put on a much better fight against Enigma Gaming compared to the last time these both went up against each other. Now, heading on over towards the second half of the day, which is going to be the El Clasico of Valorant. Global Esports versus Velocity Gaming. This is the matchup that we all are looking forward to as well after the Enigma Gaming versus Force One Esports. That's going to be starting up momentarily. So, Chris, what are your thoughts on both of these games? And what do you think will Force One Esports do different against Enigma today?
So speaking of Force One and Enigma, I do feel like Enigma have improved since the last time they played. They were pretty good last time as well, but then Force One Esports, they have been surviving in the league by a thread. And I'm not sure if that exactly is going to be enough to hold up against a team like Enigma. A thread is not enough. You need a much tighter rope to hold yourself, anchor yourself down in the storm. So I feel like that's what Force One Esports need to do today. Um, but both the teams have shown signs of improvement. So let's see which one of these teams comes out on top. A lot of it is going to boil down to drawing parallels from the previous match and figuring out what worked for them last time, what did not work for them, so on and so forth. And they're going to have to basically counter strat the hell out of each other.
Through that, Universe, I want you to give out your opinions on how exactly do you think Enigma Gaming are going to stop Force One Esports from getting their revenge?
It's going to be definitely an interesting affair to see how Enigma going to stop them because I mean the last time they were successful, right? They sent them down to lower brackets and they were pretty good at it. But since that time till now, we've seen Force One have completely turned over a new leaf. I don't know. They've got this newfound confidence. They've got this newfound, that thingamajiggy about their entire play style that is just working out in their favor. They beat Godlike very convincingly yesterday, and it was very impressive to see how exactly they've it's almost like a journey that they've put up, that yeah, we came down to the lower brackets, but from here we're not going to be giving up, and we're going to be going, making sure we go all the way through. And now I'm not quite sure if they expected Enigma to be facing Enigma Gaming again, but hey, they are, and this time they get to prove them wrong. And the one way that I think Force One can dethrone Enigma Gaming, because they have already beaten them once, is by going with the same way that they played yesterday. Because if maps like Haven and Ascent are again put into the mix, which was what we saw yesterday, and we saw that Force One were very good on Haven, then I think that they have an advantage and will definitely have an upper hand on Enigma.
Completely agree to you on that as well. Let's head on over towards the MVP standings now and see what exactly is the change over there, because we know for a fact that after yesterday's games, there were a couple of changes being made, and we do have Ghost into the MVP standings as well now from the side of Enigma Gaming. So we always missed out a player from the side of Enigma Gaming onto the top 4 MVP standings, and now that we have Ghost back into the MVP standings, right? Now that we have him on the top 4 list as well, alongside the likes of MW1, SK Rossi, and Excali. Crips, I want to ask you this. What do you think about Ghost's performance in his recent games?
I mean, speaking of stats, he's got the most kills out of them all. So yeah, this guy has been stepping up for his team. And that could be because he's played more matches than the other teams so far, but it also means that he is in the top 4, not just because of the number of matches played, but because he's been consistently showing up for his team again and again. He is the guy who can turn rounds around, which there is no hope to win. I mean, we've seen Enigma Gaming come back from a 2 versus 5, 3 versus 5 situation. We haven't seen Ghost pull off a 1v5 like MW1 did the other day, but still, Ghost's presence is the one factor that makes sure that you can never count Enigma out of a game before the Fat Lady sings. There are several instances where Enigma Gaming made mistakes tactically, but Ghost covered up for it by sheer brute aggression.
That's true, though. I mean, the way Ghost has been playing nowadays as well for the side of Enigma Gaming is something that is quite surprising, because for a fact that Enigma Gaming, they are not going to be having Ghost from the next month. So this is his final journey in Enigma Gaming, and sort of like the last ride things as well. So Ghost, he's sort of making it memorable, right? So he's going ahead, putting up the numbers every single time, getting insane flicks connected with the operator as well, and always trying to drop in closer to 30 bomb in a particular match. Let's hope that he's going to be able to do that today as well, and maybe dethrone someone like Excali or SK Rossi on that MVP standings as well. Let's head on over towards the brackets now, and I want to quickly take a look at the brackets and give a brief idea to the audience as well as to what exactly is happening in the overall brackets. So basically, the winner of Force One Esports versus Enigma Gaming are going to be facing off against the loser of the upper bracket finals that are happening tonight at 7:30. Global Esports versus Velocity Gaming. The loser of that match is going to be facing off against the winner of Force One Esports versus Enigma Gaming. So overall, what do you think about the brackets, and how do you think we're going to move on forward from here, Universe?
Um, I think that I would expect it to be a very tight affair between all 4 of these teams. Who I mean, they've got their individual matches, and that's definitely to be amazing. Not to mention Global Esports Velocity Gaming. I mean, what more can we say about that match? It is one of the best matches that it's a match that we always look forward to, the El Clasico. And on the lower bracket, we've got the 2 teams who are fighting for that spot in the final. I mean, it could be either one of them, or it could be even none of them, even if they win out this one, because they'll be facing someone coming down from the upper brackets over here between Global and Velocity. And maybe they win out again against F1 or Enigma, and they go back again to, that's going to be another revenge story in all itself. But hey, if Force One are going to be able to continue their form that they kept with Samurai and Godlike, and they beat Enigma today, And you never know that they might just be, they might just be triumphant against global or velocity, whoever comes down as well, and go to that final of the TC Gauntlet season 1. And I mean, it is going to be very interesting because the first match today is going to be the lower bracket to see who exactly is going to be going up ahead to be the opponent for either global or velocity. And as unpredictable as this match can be, I'm going to say this, a lot of it depends on the map pool that we're going to be playing, because
Yeah.
based on which map these teams feel comfortable in or what is being chosen, I think either of the side is going to have an advantage. It's all about who gets that advantage of map pool, which is, in their favor.
Completely agree to you on that as well. Let's take a look at the team intro coming out from the side of Enigma Gaming and see what their lineup looks like today against Team Force One Esports. And Crips, I want you to give out your thoughts on Enigma Gaming and how they have been performing throughout all of their matches recently.
Yeah, the matches definitely have been really good. I love the way how Vexy has stepped up from the initiator to the clutch master for his team. Like, he's the guy who stays in the back lines and sets his team up for success early on in the rounds. But yeah, naturally, because he's staying behind, he's the one who gets left alive as well. And dare I say that he has turned so many of those rounds into wins. And I'm really proud of the way Vexy has been stepping up recently. Also, Badman. I've already spoken about how this man is a very good player and he keeps on stepping up for his team in more ways than one. But the versatility that he brings to the table is always something that will be spoken about. So, no surprises over there. That's not a new point. The new point is going to be Hika and his Battle Sage. What is up with that? Seriously, we do not see him use the walls on the defensive side. He uses them in attack post plants, but still they're successful. It's a very unorthodox play. It's a very unorthodox way of playing Sage, and I have never seen anyone else do it like this one. And sometimes it does look like his decisions are questionable, but then he proves everyone wrong. He delivers again and again. That kind of stuff, yeah, you can't explain that. That's just Hika and his brilliance.
Yeah, I mean, Enigma Gaming, they definitely have been strong. Especially yesterday, where we did see, Hika just going ham over towards the U-Hauls on Bind. He was just showcasing brilliant performance despite not being on the duelist. That is something that Hika never fails to, put up on the screen as well. That is consistency. Every single time he goes up ahead and gets the frags as well. No matter what role is he playing, he played Sage yesterday, and we have been seeing this. Hika hasn't been picking up the duelists. They are sort of working around with their single duelist composition. So Enigma Gaming, things are working out for them. They did have a little bit of a problem though against the side of Force One Esports in another tournament, but yeah, in the gauntlet, especially in the upper bracket quarterfinal match, they did emerge victorious, and I feel like that today they are going to try their level best to put up that same performance as well. Let's take a look at the player spotlight brought to you by AMD Ryzen Radeon from the side of Enigma Gaming and see which player is going to be on the spotlight today. And I feel like that it might just be Wexy, because Cribs did mention that the guy has been going ham against his opponents. Universe, I want your opinions on Wexy.
God Vexy, clearly, he has been one of the driving forces of this on the side of Enigma Gaming. Clearly, because he plays that role of Sova so very well. He gets information, he gets kills, and he also has so many. I mean, we've seen his lineups, and he's just absolutely mad with those lineups of shock darts, and he's just so good with the way that he plays around the team, supporting them, giving them information, and everything as whatnot that he needs to do as as an initiator. We've seen him play different roles as well, but he is the best on Sova, and everybody knows that as well. And yeah, his skills and deaths are not exactly in sync, but he's not that far away, which shows that and his assist. Look at his assist. He's got 150 assists. I mean, most people would say, okay, that might be a kill number, but he's got assist 150, which means he's doing good work with the owl drone, he's doing good work with the recon, his shock darts are hitting right on place, and he's also giving damage as well. And he's got the kills, he's got almost 300 kills, so that's no easy number to achieve, right? So clearly, this guy has shown that he's got the potential to be among the very best of Sovas in the region. The only thing is for him to do today to step up a little bit more, because his opponent are definitely not going to be easy. They've been riding on a wave of momentum, and if they're going to keep on riding that wave, then the surfboard of Enigma Gaming is just going to be lost in that forever.
Truly, completely agree with you on that as well. And I feel like that God Vexy is definitely going to make a difference today against the side of First One Esports. Let's get on over towards the team intro for the side of First One Esports and see what they are packing for this matchup against Enigma Gaming. We know for a fact that these guys have proved their mettle against a lot of top tier teams out there in the country. Yesterday against the side of Godlike Esports as well. And I feel like that today against Enigma, they're going to do the same. Crips, what are your thoughts?
So, Force One Esports has not changed too much in the last week, so there's really not much to add onto it. But the one good thing is that they have been fixing mistakes really, really quickly. We saw them adjust in a very good way against Samurai Esports. I hope they can adjust in a similar fashion to Enigma Gaming as well.
I hope so as well. The thing is, First One Esports, right? You did point out the fact that they have been fixing their mistakes, and we know for a fact that they have improved and the composition looks a lot better now. But still, I sometimes feel like there is some sort of a disconnect somewhere. But they are fixing and they're working on it as well. And yesterday, against the side of God like Esports, we did see that there were no or any sorts of errors for the side of Force One Esports, and there were no sorts of miscommunication from their side. And that all goes to show that from their failures, from their defeats, they have learned and they have emerged victorious as well. And now they are going to try and win out this match against the side of Enigma Gaming. And they're once again going to prove their mettle that they are a team that are rising from the shadows. So yeah, let's head on over towards the player spotlight brought to you by AMD Ryzen Radeon from the side of First One Esports and see which player is going to be out of the shadows and into the light. And it is going to be RVK. Well, I actually can't use that against him because he was always in the light. Every single time, the guy, being a sentinel, just puts up the numbers as well. So, what are your thoughts on RVK Universe?
I mean, honestly, this guy is someone that I look up to when I think of a sheriff play. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
this guy
All
with
right.
that sheriff is an absolute beast. I mean, I don't know why that Cypher's holding that ghost down there. I think he should be holding a sheriff because of RVK being in the frame right now. But this guy is a sentinel. When you see him either play Killjoy or a Cypher, he is an absolute beast. He, like you said, he's not just about him holding down sights or being, the basic sentinel role that he should be doing. He goes out of the box. He does the unorthodox stuff. He goes in for entry frags. I've seen. He goes in for aggressive peaks. He does everything that his team needs to, and he's just so good because he knows his aim is right on point. His crosshair placement is also great, and the way this guy just plays around as a sentinel is honestly some of the best plays that I've seen. And if he is going to be able to put up the numbers today as well, based on whatever agent he plays and however explosive he's going to be, because he's not afraid to take fights, that's for sure. And he, it's not just even that. He's a lurker. He lurks around. He comes even on flanks. He does so much different things for his team. Almost a versatile sentinel, I would like to say. He's still a sentinel, but he does so many other roles while being a sentinel. So that's one of the best things about RVK. And yeah, if he's going to be continuing what he did yesterday, because he was on, among the top players on the scoreboard as well, he's going to give a hard time to Enigma Gaming today.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I sort of got the Reaver Sheriff as well, getting inspired by RVK. So yeah, the guy is definitely goddamn good when it comes down to the Sheriff and these one taps. Well, now is the time for us to showcase the maps that are going to be played between both of these teams in this particular matchup. So let's head on over towards the map veto. And Crips, I want you to take over the mic and let our audience through this map veto as well.
I see a scent and I'm traumatized.
Yeah.
Vietnam War flashbacks, 12-2 comeback flashbacks. How do you not deal with those flashbacks? It's just so difficult. No, I cannot. My mind, my heart, all of it starts racing and not in a good way. I do not have butterflies in my tummy. I have a weird feeling, a weird sensation that Ascent is gonna be a disaster for both these teams, to be honest. I do not know what to expect, so I refuse to comment about what's gonna happen on Ascent. Haven, fine. Yeah, I can talk about those two maps. Okay, those are the most safe maps. We have seldom seen comebacks on Haven, and not in such a dramatic fashion. We have seen some of them, but not the ones that completely blow your mind away. So Enigma being pretty strong on Haven, we saw it yesterday in their matchup as well, and these guys were really good at adapting to what their opponents were doing. That was a pretty close game. It went to 13-11 against, I believe it was TET. And they were able to counter and read everything that TET was doing on Haven. So I believe they should be able to do the same thing against Force One Esports as well. But you gotta consider, compared to TET, Force One Esports is a much more passive lineup, a much more disciplined team. They are not as dependent on momentum. They're not very frag hungry. So that is something they need to keep in mind when they are going up on a map like Haven, because patience is a key virtue over here. And the same story goes with bind. You do require quite a lot of patience in bind because there's like 4 avenues that they can exploit. But the possibility of a switcheroo using the teleporters is a completely different ordeal that nobody really expects. And that's the chaos factor that both these teams need to be aware about.
What are your thoughts on the map veto universe?
I mean, we've seen both these teams. I'm going to agree with Clips over here. Ascent is probably, one of the more, is going to be completely unpredictable. No idea who's going to take it. But if it is going to go to the team that lost out on the first map, then yeah, I mean, it's all about who's going to be able to, put a little bit of an extra effort to not let the other team have a comeback happening. But on the other side of things, when you go to Haven, which is the first map, both these teams have shown that they can play on Haven. Enigma Gaming beat TET yesterday, and Godlike were beaten by Force One yesterday in a much more dominating fashion. 13-4, they won, I believe, and which was the pick of Godlike, by the way. And Enigma Gaming also won out on Haven. So this is going to be very interesting to see. Like, it's sort of like who's going to be better on Haven kind of thing. It's just to prove to themselves, right? And Ascent is going to be a whole different topic over here for us to talk about, because that's still for map number 2, right? But I think map number 1 is going to be just as unpredictable, because I have no idea who's going to get the upper hand. But I am going to go ahead and say the same thing that was yesterday. It's about the team which gets the defensive side going in their favor, that they're going to get the offense coming into their own court as well. So hopefully whichever team is going to be able to do that is going to win this one out.
Well, with that, we are pretty much at the end of our analyst segment as well. Let's quickly head on over towards the match, because I know for a fact that you all have been waiting to see what exactly both of these teams are going to do, and whether or not Force One Esports are going to be able to get their revenge against Enigma Gaming. So we're going to take a quick break with the message from our sponsors, and we're going to be right back with the caster's desk for the match. The casters for the day are Universe and Crips. So hope these guys are going to have tons and tons of fun, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy the show as well. You guys are watching the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We're going to be right back after the message from our sponsors.
Hey guys, welcome to LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We are here with the Revenge Match Universe. Badla the Revenge, or any other cringy South Indian movie titles, any movie titles for that matter, that you want to apply over here can be very well said and used. Enigma Gaming and Force1 Esports have faced each other before in this tournament, and Enigma Gaming pulled off a massive comeback. They were down 2-12, and then they won 14-12 on Ascent. And that thing still gives me flashbacks. I'm still scared of casting Ascent because I do not know what's going to happen. It's going to be one ugly roller coaster ride, and I do not want to be on it.
Absolutely. I mean, it's going to be quite a bit of a, interesting match in the sense, definitely for sure. But right now, we've got another bigger map on our hands. We've got Haven, a map with 3 sites, a map with loads of unpredictability, a map where both of these teams are actually pretty good. And they showed that just a day ago. And whether they're going to be able to carry on that confidence today is a question, because F1, they have improved quite a bit and they have gone ahead and shown that they can do a lot more than we could expect them to do. And Enigma on the other side have also proved that, they're getting better and better. And talking about getting better, it's going to be the agents that they need to select, which is going to be helping them to get all the more better on these maps. Whereas we're going to be seeing Scar God from the Force1 side, locking in Omen instead of Astra. I mean, he's been doing that quite a while on Haven. RVK is going to be going in with the Resident Cypher, while the rest of the team looks pretty much in term with, okay, are they going for a double controller setup over here? Knight Rider? I don't think he's going for that Astra, is he?
I mean, we've always seen Knight Rider play the Jet. If he goes for an Astra, that will be very unconventional. Scar God and Knight Rider both picking up controllers on this map will be something completely unexpected, because we've seen that on Bind. We haven't seen that on Haven just yet. Now, before Knight Rider picks his agent, let's just take a look at what Enigma are doing. Batman on Killjoy as always, SE on Astra as always, Ghost on Jet, God Vexi on Sova, and Hika on Sage. This is the exact same Haven lineup that we saw last time against TET as well, so no surprises over there. And Knight Rider picks up a Jet. Alright. None of those weird double controller metas over here in Haven for us. He's still going to be having Knight Rider on the Jet and Rafa this time on Phoenix. So Knight Rider won't have a flash and dash combination. It's much more difficult to do with Phoenix as compared to a Jet. But maybe you can do that with an Omen. Now, between an Omen and an Astra, I do not see any reason why one would prefer an Omen on a map like Haven. The only reason I can think of is probably one-way smokes. So that's the only reason why an Omen is still relevant over the Astra, and maybe because of faster rotations as well. So let's see what they do.
Yeah, it is going to be interesting to see what exactly they're going to be do. And now the thing about this matchup is going to be, it's about the pressure that's there on both of these teams, because they know if they lose this one, they're out. They know if they even lose one map on the other one, it is going to be a very unpredictable match because of that one particular comeback that happened, which could go either way. It could haunt them to come in today as well. And Force1, they've looked pretty momentous. They've looked pretty, good. They had a very convincing win yesterday, and they might have that confidence running in them as the first round has begun, ladies and gentlemen. And we're getting a push coming in from the side of Enigma Gaming towards C-Long, and they are actually going to be getting that first kill. Ghost gets it on, and it's going to be immediately traded off. Now, we're going to get Knight Rider to come and chime in one, and it's going to be Enigma Gaming on the back lines as they've already lost 3 players, as Knight Rider is causing a lot of havoc in this C-Link position. Finally put a stop to his ways by Hika, as the plant has already gone down, and Enigma Gaming in the 2v3 retake coming in.
Yeah, this was a pretty good take from the side of Force1 Esports, committing one player towards long and everyone else going B instead, and then moving towards C, which means they cleared out all the other avenues as well, without relying too much on the side executor itself. Nice take. RVK is very low on HP. He continues to fight, and he's going to give up his life. That's a 2 versus 2 situation already. Flash, dodge, and both of them peak at the same time. Shivi, Rafa, tag and back combination, getting the kills onto God Vexi and Hika. creative take from Force One Esports this time around. They had none of the players move in from Garage. In fact, Knight Rider, who was supposed to be just a distraction on B, ended up getting 2 kills. And the moment he was able to get those pickoffs towards C, Force One Esports adjusted and decided to plant over there as well. Whereas I do not think that was their plan initially going into the round. But these adjustments helped them get the first pistol round in their favor, and with that, the economic advantage as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the economic advantage right now is on the side of Force One, as on the attacking side of Haven, they've already got things in their way. And they're trying to push on towards A side, but look at that. It's going to be Rafa and Knight Rider who've already gone up towards the side, and they're going to find God Vexy over here completely unguarded, unaware of what's happening. But there is one more player towards short. I don't think they're aware of that, and one has already pushed up towards mid. That mid push could prove to be fatal. RVK just seconds away from dying. But he actually gets that kill. Oh no, that's very unfortunate. Ghost with the shotties and making sure that he gets 1 kill. Picks up the Spectre, and now he has players all around him. Molotovs, shock darts, everything raining down upon him, as Rafa's gonna finish him up with the Spectre of all things. And it's gonna be Force One, who lost 1 player, but yeah, they're gonna be okay with that, I believe.
So many cheeky pushes by the side of Enigma Gaming. Ghost went unchecked. Badman almost successfully got that backstab. And if this keeps on happening in a buy round, I just can't imagine what the consequences would be. And I appreciate the fact that Enigma Gaming are not afraid to push up in rounds like these. At least now they know how they like to react whenever there is an A push. Now they know what the other players, the ones who are not aggressive towards A, will do in these rounds. Oh my goodness, both the Jets dashing into each other, but Ghost is the one who's winning all the frags. Hika also chiming in with a kill of his own. There's only 1 return kill in consolation. Hika's gonna wall and get back to safety. Unfortunately, can't heal Ghost, but that's okay. They still have the man advantage. This crossfire is deadly. Nobody can break it.
Shivy, that's not how you do it, my friend. Yeah, I mean, he should expect, he saw 2 players there. I mean, he should have known that there's definitely going to be at least one peeking onto them, and that dry peek without any sort of information, I mean, it was probably just going to be leading to his death, and unfortunately, he did not realize that. And that leaves his teammate RVK in a 1v4, where Enigma Gaming have put their foot down after getting the buy coming in. He's going to be picking up that Vandal, but not for too long, because I would expect that he's going to try to go and get a plant at the very least, because this is a bonus round for them. And he's looking towards C for that, where there is Easy waiting for him on the backside. Yeah, that's going to be nice. It's going to be easy to take down here RVK pretty easily. And that's going to be Enigma Gaming to put up round number 1 on the board. And now it is the real test between these two teams, Crips, because the buy round is going to be available for both of these teams. And now it is for Enigma to show whether or not they're going to be able to hold on to the defensive side for as long as possible, like they did yesterday and day before also.
Yeah. I mean, you speaking about yesterday, I'm just looking at the previous round. That's as far as I can go when it comes to throwbacks. I was wondering what this round will look like if they decide to push out mid in a buy round. They were pretty successful in the pistol round itself, but then we saw what happens when they were pushing out in buy rounds as well. And thankfully, we didn't have to wait too long to find that answer. This time, Force One Esports with a mid push of their own. Luckily, nobody from Enigma is looking to pick up fights over here actively. Anyone who was defending the B side has been either smoked off or mollied off. So this is going to be a 5v5 retake. Post-plant positions available for the side of Force One Esports, with 2 people watching the backstabs.
They definitely are. And now the B-side control was given away pretty easily. And here comes the push from Rafa. He flashes and peeks, but is not going to take any kills, as the Batman towards Garage is going to get spotted. He's got 2 players converging upon him. RVK, okay, he almost died to Batman. The link was given though, but Easy's going to find one towards the B side. Rafa goes down, but Knight Rider is going to be making sure that nothing else goes down. Hika to find Knight Rider on the backside. It's a lot of fights going on over here. Enigma trying to win this one out. They're going to wall off over here. Scargod, he breaks on the wall. The flash is there. RVK pushed on the camera because he knows that they've not diffused it yet. And Scargod is going to be making sure that he runs onto the side so that Hika cannot get the diffuse coming in. And it is going to be Enigma to lose out this round after a little bit of a tough fight that was very chaotic. Every single where there were players going down, but somehow Force One, they lasted long enough to make sure that they have Scargod throwing in that flash. They have RVK towards mid so that he can cover off that defuse. He spams it down in case there's anything going, you know, up and down for them. And they won that round out. I mean, it was chaotic, but I'm pretty sure that this is all they wanted. They just wanted a round, irrespective of what was going to happen.
Exactly. They had Rafa fight towards A-Link, actively putting up flashes and the blaze wall, whereas they just let RVK go towards the C site and then come for the backstab instead. And he was pretty damn successful at that. This time, it's not just a backstab from RVK on C. It does seem to be like a full commitment. Multiple players present, and Ezzy shoots Skargor through that nebula. That spike getting downed itself just gives up so much information. Ah, this could be disastrous, but that means that Force One Esports will have to adjust now. And the spike getting spotted on C means that everyone else on the side of Enigma can stay where they are. Maybe even get into even deeper position so that they can stop the rushes from other parts of the map before they even happen.
Absolutely. Skargor, given a taste of his own medicine, we've seen him multiple times on that C side, spraying through that smoke and getting a kill for himself, and this time Easy's gonna give it to him back. Hika, his wall completely gone now, and now that sound cue should be given up, and Avik is going to make complete use of that. Hika, unfortunately, on top of that box, he just gets peeked on so fast that he did not know what to expect. And the neural theft is just going to make Enigma Gaming a lot more uncomfortable at this point. But Batman, he's not afraid to push up. Look at this push coming in. He spots out Shivi and takes him down. The spike again in the favor of Enigma. And Ghost finds one as well. And this way, it's just Force One just falling apart out of nowhere. Rafa coming in from the backstab. He's going to take down Enigma's Batman, who did not expect him. And here comes the flash with just 13 seconds left on the clock. Easy. He needs to make this work. He needs to get a kill, but Rafa's not going to let him. Rafa's probably going to get it up, but Ghost will take him down. And no! Ghost almost found the head of RVK, and with just a couple of seconds left, I think this is all but over. If Vexy gets his kill, but he's not going to put down the Zuri in the right position. And now in a 1v1, where RVK is down so low on health, has taken a very advantageous position for himself. And he might just win this one out if he just peeks God Vexy at the right time. It's all about timing over here. That recon, it might just give RVK the advantage, and there it is. It is RVK to win it out for Force One, and what an intense round that was, Cribs.
My goodness, I really thought that Enigma Gaming have successfully countered Force One for a second over there. All the things were going wrong. Force One were able to get that opening pick on B, and the neural theft came in, which gave them the comfort room. And Force One tried to push that comfort zone a little too much. Knight Rider, you see, in the pistol round, he pushed up from B to C-Link. This time he pushed up from B to A-Link, and Enigma were prepared for that because he's been doing that time and again. So Knight Rider's flank was caught. They even got the spike down when Batman decided to push up. But RVK, this man is a menace, and he keeps on clutching again and again.
Knight Rider's already going to find Batman. This should be pretty much an easy round for the side of Force One, as Easy has gone down easily. And 3v5, the blades are out though for the side of Ghost. I'm not quite sure how he's going to be able to utilize it to the best of his abilities in long range. I mean, he can tap their heads out, but nobody's going to be peeking him because they know that he's got his knives out. There's a fight going on towards A, which is going to be won by God Vexy actually. And okay, Ghost, he picks up one kill and a Phantom as well for his use. And this might just be working in their favor. That recon is going to be destroyed, and Shivi knows that somebody's close by. God Vexy's right here, and he's going to try to spray him down, and he will find him in the second time around. And now in a 3v2, still a little bit of a doable situation, but look at this flank. Ghost is going to get flanked himself. Oh no, he did not expect Rafa to be towards C long, and that's just going to give up the call for the side of Force One to rush in towards one side, and that's going to be A. Skargor on the back of B, Rafa towards mid, but Hika. I mean, this is pretty much doable. If he finds Rafa and he picks up his weapon, in a 1v2, we've seen Hika clutch it out before, but yeah, Rafa's just tucked in such a good corner towards the attacking side spawn that Hika's just going to go past him, and he's going to come into Shivi's crosshair. Shivi's going to spot him out, and Rafa's going to get the call to push in towards this side any second, and there it is. Hika going to be surrounded by every single angle that he peeks upon, and here comes the backstab from Rafa, and he's going to take down Hika, who was holding just a sheriff, and a dream that definitely could not be completed. As Force One, they put up another round on the board over your Crips, and slowly but surely they're building up a momentum that they are riding from yesterday, and they look in a pretty good form.
Yeah, but do you realize how awkward this round was for both the teams? There are players in places which aren't supposed to be there. Force One deep into the B side while the spike is planting on A. You have people sneaking in from garage as well from the side of Force One. And Enigma, whenever they're on an ego, these guys push up as well. We had Ezzy push up C long. Hika surviving for so late. all the way from garage to grass and then towards a lobby. All these players keep on pushing up, and this time Ghost wants to go deep inside windows. He might just be able to catch a couple of players. Unfortunately, nobody will figure out he's over here because Hika loudly fell back. While Ghost was sneaking in, Hika deliberately gave out footsteps of falling back, which will probably make them think that there's nobody on the back lines. And he's found RVK.
Oh no.
Disrespectful. Disgusting. And he gets a knife in the back. While all his other teammates are now gearing up on the C side, ready to intercept Force One Esports and everything that they have going on for them. Oh, but while that's happening, Omen has teleported towards the A side with the spike, leaving Rafa over here just to sell a fake, but he's gonna lose his life. Yeah, a fake sold, but he paid the price with his life.
Absolutely. Now both the Sovas are towards the aiming position while the rest of ENIGMA are coming in to get the retake from defender side spawn. And they're already getting a kill over here. And here now God Vexy, he needs to check his back and he's not going to be able to do that in time. Skargor gets another, Ghost finds a 3k for himself, and this could be another one going in the favor of ENIGMA Gaming finally. There it is. It's going to be easy to take down the last man standing Shivy as ENIGMA finally answer back. And they get round number 2 on the board against the 5 that Force One have put up. And I mean, we talked about the defensive side being a little bit of an advantage for both these teams previously when they played. But clearly Force One are making good use of their attacking tactics. That fake was sold almost to perfection over there. But it still didn't work out in the end because of the man disadvantage.
I mean, it was less of a fake and more of a desperation move, in my opinion. The moment RVK was caught, Ghost relayed all the information to his team because he could hear everyone move towards the C site, and everyone from ENIGMA was prepared to intercept them. They went towards A as a desperation move, but this time it is deliberate and not desperate. Ghost in a desperate situation, looking to fall back this time around, but he will be caught by Rafa. Skargor also picks up the kill onto God Vexy, which means Hika is all by himself over here in a very difficult situation. He needs backup. Batman does come in, but not quick enough to trade. He's only getting one this time. And poor Ezzy once again trapped in a corner. Near impossible situation. He might just decide to go for the retake, but if he can get a pick or two, if he can get adventurous, maybe he will still look to do this.
He's got Knight Rider waiting, hungry for that kill, and he's gonna get a 3k for himself as Force One, they immediately respond back again after ENIGMA put up a round, and it's gonna be round number 6 for Force One as they're gonna be settling this half at a very minimum of 6-6, if not anything more. And they have been pretty dominant so far. They have not let ENIGMA come in with any sort of cheeky plays except for that one round where Ghost got the knife kill onto RVK. But I think now they're going to be pretty much aware of their surroundings. They're going to be looking at the ecosystem around them and see where exactly they can push in, because there's an eco. And this is exactly when ENIGMA try to be a little bit more aggressive and they try to get those peaks coming in. This round though, not so much. They were stacked towards C and Garage. And there's only one player over here, God Vexy, who's going to be facing the wrath of Force One players coming in. As Rafa and Knight Rider towards A long. They're going to be facing God Vexy any second now, who's going to be hiding in that smoke as the rest of ENIGMA making their way over here. I'm not quite sure how this round is going to go, but it looks very, very destructive.
Oh, he's pulling off a Ghost this time around.
Boy,
let's see if he's successful. Oh, no, he's not. They check him. Once Ghost has taken them down from that position, they will check that twice and thrice. Unfortunately, they won't check for Rafa. His teammate baited him in for that successful kill. And now they will get double peek. God, Vexy, if he peeks this angle, he's going to get deleted. One from above, one from below. Oh my god, I take my words back. God, Vexy, he's the one doing the deleting.
Damn. I mean, that was a nutty Sheriff shot onto the head, but it doesn't matter because Force One, they've gone all the way to C and they found an open site to themselves where they're going to be taking the plant. And now, I mean, these two players, they've got to Sheriff's Ghost will probably be able to pick up a weapon maybe here towards A long. And yeah, he's going to do that, but he gives out the sound cue. I'm pretty sure Rafa heard him and he's going on the hunt. While God Vexy is going to be giving off a couple of recons and his position has been revealed towards, yeah, that's it. Skargor's just going to be tapping him out of the server. As the last man standing, Ghost, he's moving towards B. He's got a Phantom. He might just be looking for a couple of exit frags. as two of the players, Scargod and AVK, are converging upon his position, and Scargod just knows where he is for some reason, but he's still not going to be able to do it. He was looking in the direction, but that's going to be it, and now he dashes on towards his death. It's going to be Rafa coming on in the flank and hunting him down as, I mean, Scargod was looking at him, right? I thought he was going to spray down there, probably because he had an idea, but unfortunately, AVK and Scargod both are going to be going down, and two more weapons that are dropped for the side of Force One. But that economic damage is not going to hurt them too much, is it, Crips? Because they've got a lot of rounds on the board.
3 rounds can be enough if they win every single round after this point. Somehow, if they manage to bring it back to 7-5, this will be nice. But Force One Esports aren't looking like they will let this scoreline be anywhere close. And if Force One Esports are able to take such a dominant lead on the map pick of Enigma, I am a little concerned. This round is so different from the ones that we have seen so far. Both teams playing very passively. The shock darts will destroy the alarm bots over there, but this crossfire, how do you destroy that? You will need a recon dart to figure out the positions of both these players, and the recon dart isn't available, but the flashes are. Batman, with his eyes closed, still will be able to get the kill onto Rafa, but Hika's position has also been revealed. They decide to fall back instead because RVK is trying to sneak up towards A long, and fortunately nobody's checking for him. He snuck up into this corner, and Godvexy, he has no idea RVK is already in that position, but maybe Godvexy can hear everyone else. The Omen will teleport into the site and still won't spot anyone. This could be the timing down to perfection. Nobody knows Godvexy is already over here, and the worst part is the camera won't spot him out either.
Oh boy, this could be the demise of Force One, or if they check this one out, I don't think they're gonna go. They are gonna go down. One person at the very least is gonna go down. Scargod taken down by Godvexy with a beautiful flank that came in, a positional play from him that made a lot of work happen. Batman gets another. Hika finds one more, and it's gonna be Enigma who tumbled down Force One. Thanks to Godvexy's beautiful positioning. I mean, the nerve of this guy to go ahead, because I'm pretty sure he saw that cam. Or I don't know if, AVK did activate it and he did not see it. But this guy's timing, the sound cues that he heard, and the way he moved on towards shot was just amazing. I'm a little bit concerned about this one. I was a little concerned about this particular round because of the fact that nobody from Force One actually decided to go towards shot, right?
Exactly, and this is not the first time they've been backstabbed from there. Remember the second round in this eco when Ghost was playing in short with a shorty? Yeah, he was able to get a free kill. Nobody checked his angle, even though people were going from short. This time nobody went in from there, and it's Godvexy to pull off the backstab from the same position in the same fashion. Oh my goodness, 2 ultimates committed by Force One this time. A run it back and a Hunter's Fury. Luckily the Sage utility is making sure that Rafa doesn't get too deep into enemy territory with his free life, but Knight Rider has the spike.
Oh boy.
He's the spike carrier, and why is he in this corner? If he dies right here, this could be disastrous. His teammates remind him of the responsibility that he's got on his back, and he's gonna plant it. Hunter's Fury to deny the spike plant. Nobody will be harmed, but Scargod does get tagged. He might just die. Oh, he survives. Good for now. But still, it's a 5v5. It might just be a stalemate. Are there any shock darts post-plant? Nope, nothing yet. But there is a lockdown. And a Cosmic Divide is available on the side of Enigma as well, which means all the players of Force One will be forced off of the site, and they will be then locked out. Unless Rafa can pull something off, his cheeky positioning also won't be of any use. Ghost also making sure that no backstabbers are present, but oh my god, so many trades in the matter of a second. Shivy needs to step up over here. He needs to come alive, and he gets only one. So close, but yet so far. No cigar for Force One Esports this time.
Yeah, no cigar indeed, as Enigma Gaming, they pull back another round in their favor, and that 7-5 looking very likely at this point now, Crips. Because Force One, I mean, they did that, they pulled off that execute very, very well, but the one thing on the side that was helping Enigma Gaming was the fact that they had 4 ultimates available. They first had, that Hunter's Fury come in to deny the plant. Then they had the lockdown, although which was destroyed. It was taken care of by the players themselves, because Batman, Godvexy, and the rest of the players got the kills themselves, and Ghost shut it all out because Shivy was proving to be a menace with the 2k that he got, which became a 3k, but in the end, it was Ghost to win it out for his team, as the last round of this half is going to be very important for either one of these teams, because if Enigma win this one out, they have a much closer lineup to deal with, but if Force One win this one out, then it is going to be a 4-round deficit that the side of Enigma are going to have to climb back from, and that's not going to be easy. So I'm pretty sure they're going to be putting in everything that they got into this round and, you know, try to make it work. And I don't think there's a lot of economical difference between these two teams, because Force One, I'm pretty sure they should have a decent buy coming in.
I mean, yeah, even if it's not decent, they're gonna throw in everything they've got. Enigma had a little bit of spare money on Batman, so he's picked up a Odin this time around.
Oh.
You can see it in his face. Poker
Oh.
face, no emotions. He knows he's about to surprise them with that Uno reverse card, so he's gonna hold it in for now. That Odin, I'm assuming, will probably be put up somewhere near garage where he usually plays, or near B, so that he can spray down anyone who comes in through that area. But I really want to appreciate Ghost. He's sitting on 14 frags right now. The closest person to him is at 6 frags. So yeah, Ghost is really stepping up for his team, and most of the times he gets into backstabbing positions and also stops the backstabs from his opponent. So this man is not a duelist this time around. He's playing as if he's the initiator and the sentinel all rolled into one. He's the complete package all in one.
Absolutely, he is. Enigma, now they need to hold on to their seats because they've got a Knight Rider with blades coming in towards garage and nothing there to stop him. He could just dash out towards Seaside, but look at this push over here. RVK, he peeks a little bit and he's gonna find, oh, the timing, oh my god, Crips, that timing. He might just find one, but no, he looks towards Ghost, but he just expected nobody to be there, and unfortunately he's gonna go down. But Knight Rider has got a very good position along with his teammate. Badman, he knows that somebody's coming in over here. Hika spots him out too, but Knight Rider's gonna dash in and get that kill. Hika's gonna find a guy coming behind him. Shivi goes down, but Rafa's gonna find a trade on the other side of things. Seaside looking very much likely, but Easy's gonna be trying to stop them. Skargor takes him down, and now F1 in a 2v2 against Enigma, where the blades are out for Ghost as well, but he's choosing to go with the Vandal. He knows where these players are. He spots one, but now the fight, Skargor, he has the advantage of the peak, and it's gonna be Ghost to win this one out. I don't know how he did that, but this guy is an absolute beast, and that's exactly why he's leading in terms of kills as well. And my oh my, Enigma, they have pulled it back, and they've pulled it back very well. 7-5, not that bad score of at all on the side of defense on Haven.
Dude, how does Ghost survive that? I thought he was definitely gonna die when he missed that blade storm right click, but he lands on the ground, still gets the headshot. That is just ridiculous. But there is one thing you gotta consider. Force One Esports, they, instead of going in from garage to C via the connector, they've hopped into the garage window and wrapped all the way around from the defender side entrance of C. Now, this is a very risky thing to do, especially when you are doing it without any smokes. The reason they did that is because they knew there is a C-long push, and if they walked in just like that, they would have been caught in that crossfire between the C-long player and the backside player. So that's why they decided to wrap around, so that they would never have to deal with the backside player, and they would then only be facing the long guy and be able to break that crossfire apart. But even after doing those steps, even after taking that extra precaution, Ghost was able to reign supreme over them all. Let's see if Ghost is able to pick up an entry frag for this time as well, because Badman is winning the duels on B. Picks up Skargor, who was watching A link, which means Badman is now going to be lurking while all his other teammates are looking to enter towards the C side.
Yeah, they're not C-side, Krebs, they're entering
I'm
the
sorry,
A
A side. My bad. Sorry. I got a little excited over there. They're entering the A side, but Badman the Lurker has been picked off. Now Shivi, he's trapped in that one-and-done corner, but he's still very good with the bursts. Excellent stuff. RVK also comes through with the kill of his own, and Hika has been spotted out. Oh, there's too many players peeking him at the same time. Rafa takes a ding to the head, but he'll never peek again. He's gonna heal himself up, and Hika doesn't have any heals available. He's gonna have to wait a little bit more. Heal comes through just in the nick of time. Still, not enough to win that.
Yep, definitely not. And now it is going to be Force One, who sometime I mean, for some time it looked like Force One were about to win that. I mean, Batman did get the initial peak, but after that, it looked a little bit chaotic. But then Shivy pulled it back, and then after that, sorry, it looked like Enigma was going to win it. My bad, sorry. I'm excited as well, clearly. Enigma was going to win it for some time, but then Force One, somehow they pull it back. And that double kill from Shivy, I think, was the catalyst for their victory in this round, because he was caught out in that corner and he knew that he had to take that fight, and he forced the issue onto the side of Enigma, and he completely won it out, thankfully for himself and for his team. And as a result, they have the advantage now, 8-5 scoreline and weaponry as well.
Looking to engage in Garage. Both of these guys have weapons though. Oh my goodness. The flashes, they hit them at the worst time. They are forced to fall back with Rafa hot on their heels. At least Ghost is able to liberate the C side. If Hika can somehow find a way from Garage into the side, that will be the spike transferred safely, but it will just never come through. Ghost is trapped all by himself near the default box, and he's hoping that they peek him one by one.
He definitely will be hoping that 1v4. And not a lot of HP there, but yeah, even that 1v1 peak is not going to help him out, because Ghost is going to go down, unfortunately, because of his low HP. Not going to be able to put up a fight, as Force One are going to be getting another round in their bag. And this time, Crips, I mean, they're getting closer and closer to their double-digit mark, and that sort of like, gives you a sigh of relief that, you're not that far away from victory at all. But hey, we've seen comebacks happen out of nowhere, and I'm pretty sure that you are just the person to talk about it. But right now, I'm pretty sure you don't want to reminisce that memory, because if Force One run away to 12, and we see Enigma Gimme come back from there, I think you're gonna have a great time out of it.
What on earth is that? This is perfect! Proper Knight Rider lining up the kill feed over here, decimating the side of Enigma before they can even enter. They can reach the side, but without the spike, it's dropped back in the lobby. And Shivy has tagged one of them, which means poor Batman is trapped. He's cornered like a rat and everyone peeks him. I have to appreciate that paranoia coming through from Scargod. He threw it all the way from A link, and that basically blinds anyone who's trying to come in via the A lobby, setting up Rafa and Knight Rider for the perfect peak.
Yeah, you know the one thing that I really loved about this round, that it's not just that paranoia that came in from Scargod, is the fact that Force One knew that they don't have weaponry to take in long range fights, right? And they went in, they pushed in, they knew that they somehow read that Enigma going to be coming A long, and they knew that smoke would come in from the jet. Rafa took the advantage of that. He got the paranoia coming in, and he made sure that the round was theirs after pushing in and getting kills with that Spectre. Right now, though, Scargod, in his usual place, he's going to get that one tap, which he always does towards C long. That recon is going to be of no avail, but they know where Scargod is. But this guy can just teleport out of here at any point he wants. And he's already got the advantage for his team, while Rafa's pushed up towards A, and he's going to get a frag for himself, as Force One are tearing through Enigma in this map of A1, round after round. And look at this support, man. These guys are playing so well, synergized as a team. And just like that, they are not giving Enigma any room to work with. I don't even think Enigma went anywhere close towards C or towards mid, because Rafa pushed up, Shivy pushed up, Knight Rider pushed up, and Force One are just pushing down the force onto Enigma, saying we're not going to let you get any more rounds, not even a single one after that 5th round that they put up.
Exactly. They intercepted them right over there. Scargod held them off for long enough. That nice one tap at the start, then the dark cover and the paranoia to hold them back for as long as possible. And when he realized that there's more than just one person over there, this was supposed to be a big C hit from the side of Enigma, a full commitment. Everyone else from the side of Force One Esports decided to push up their respective places from mid and from A. They boxed them into that C-long corridor and turned it into their grave. And this is not the first time they pushed up. I mean, sure, this time F1 Esports have the better weaponry, so they won't hesitate pushing up. But last time also, they did not have too much to work with, just a bunch of Spectres and Marshals, and they pushed up last time as well. It seems like Force One Esports have realized the tip to success is to not give Enigma any room to work with. It's to box them in. Because every time Ghost is able to get into those comfortable positions, or they might be uncomfortable for Force One rather, though that's how they are able to win these rounds. They need to somehow stop Ghost, and they need to stop the players from Enigma to get, they need to stop them from getting map control. And that's what Force One Esports is doing. That's why they're playing so aggressively, even though they're on the defense side.
Absolutely. And you know, the one more thing that is going to be working out in the favor of Force 1 is the fact that Badman, he's going for this aggressive peaks as a killjoy. And because of that, his utility that holds on to the backstab is just now is being rendered completely useless. But for the time being though, Enigma trying to force the issue towards B as they're going to be getting the side pretty easily. RVK completely forced off as Godvex is going to be making sure that he gets the first kill. And here comes the running back. Easy finds him, but he's going to be taken down. Rafa, he's doing a lot of work. His running back is taken down, but Scarguard's going to be adding on a pinstripe of kill feed coming on over here. Red and green, while Enigma are on the backlines again in a 2v3. It could be pulled back. They can do work here, but look at the positioning of all of these players. It's so unorthodox. Ghost backside, RVK behind that wall. Hicka's right out of the corner. RVK's position now being exposed. So does Ghost. That Recon's going to do work, but Rafa's going to be making sure that Hicka does nothing of menacing in that corner as RVK takes down the last kill. And it's going to be Force 1 coming up to match point. And now, Crips, is this done and dusted, or are we going to see a comeback?
I don't know, man. It seems like Enigma, they have just a little bit of money left. They might be able to buy it this time around, but they will have to sacrifice some utility they might even have to buy light shields in order to accommodate their weapons this time around. Those were some desperation moves by Enigma. They decide to hit the B site. All the utility was placed properly from the side of Enigma, but they just got B control and that is it. And that too was enabled because Ghost was able to get to the B site and clear everything out. If it wasn't for Ghost, they would have never had the timing or the cojones to clear out that site right at the start. But then everyone came in from garages, from Force 1 Esports, and they never had any post-spawn positions left. Enigma Gaming were caught out in the open. This time, another desperation move towards A. Badman as the lurker has been picked off towards garage, and every time he gets picked off towards garage, they know that this is the full A commitment. You see, most of the players of Force 1 Esports are already here to intercept. Luckily, Enigma are winning their opening duel, so maybe they can at least get the spike plant and turn it into a 4v4. But can they hold on to this retake? Not so sure about that. They have got Godvexy holding the backstab, but there's going to be two people converging upon him. So they're going to wait for these two people to come online towards Lobby, and then the remaining players in Heaven and Sea will win. Godvexy can't hold in. That's it. These guys are trapped now.
Absolutely, yeah. And here comes the Hunter Suri as well. Ghost dodges it, and he's trying to do some work over Yashivi. He's going to tag down one for sure, as Hicka, down to low HP, going to be peeking out, and he's going to go down. Easy to find one, Rafa to find another, and this is going to be it. 1v1. Rafa, he has the advantage of health. Is he going to be able to clutch this one out of his Ghost? Going to be getting the time for himself. No, it's not. It's going to be Rafa. It's going to be Force 1 to win this out, unless the timing isn't going to happen. No! 0.05. Oh my word, Enigma.
That was way too close for comfort. Ghost doing a pretty good job of just running circles around that green box and keeping himself alive for long enough to stop Rafa from getting that defuse. 5 milliseconds. That's shameful to be able to win a round like that. But Enigma Gaming are still in this round, and hey, this time they have better amounts of money. Hicka is going in for a naked Vandal buy. He's got no armor whatsoever. 3 hits and he's down. Ghost also in a similar situation because he's the only man who's got full shields and Vandals. Would make sense to give him the more expensive weaponry and armor.
Okay.
Nobody on the side of A from the side of Force 1. Just Shivy over here. RVK just comes in to back him up. Is this going to be a full commitment from Enigma just yet? Don't think so. They're taking too much time.
I mean, they are close. Like, all the 5 players are over here, and now Shivi's definitely going to be spotting out these guys. He sees one, and he knows that there is one around the corner. And, okay, those smokes are constantly, those stars are being constantly dropped and constantly being picked up as well from Easy. I'm not quite sure what they're exactly trying to do. Are they trying to sell a fake, or they're trying to give away their position? But here comes the lockdown, as it is RVK trying to use, he's tagged down Batman so low, and Shivi's going to take him down, and the lockdown goes completely useless. This is completely baffling for the side of Enigma, I'm pretty sure. But Ghost Gen and Godvexy moving to the side and get 2 kills. Easy to add on to that. As in a 2v2 now. Knight Rider not able to connect his shot. Godvexy is going to take him down. And it is the plan coming down for the side of Enigma Gaming. As Rafa in a 1v2 is going to go down to Easy's Phantom. And it is going to be Enigma to survive the tail for another round. 12-7. And they've built up 2 rounds now. And this should be putting Force One on an eco. I mean, a comeback? Surely not. Or maybe, you know, something of a hopeful dream, right?
Potentially. Enigma have done better comebacks. They've done comebacks from 12-2. This is 12-7, a significantly more manageable scoreline.
Absolutely is. It is significantly much more, easily doable for them, but they need to keep putting up round after round after round without any sort of disadvantage. But look at this. Just as I speak about disadvantages, it's going to be RVK to make the first disadvantage go in the favor of Enigma. But look at this push again, Rafa. He gets 2. That revive completely useless as Hika himself goes down as well. Force One still in the driving seat, and they have 4 players alive. They've got even the neural theft available if RVK decides to push up somewhere towards mid position, but I don't think he's going to. He's going to be holding on deep in the backlines towards C, as Ghost has made himself to useful towards B, and the remaining 2 players are towards Garage actually, and I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do over here, Enigma, but it looks like they're going to be going in from C link towards C. I mean, the safer option would be for them to take a plant on B, because there is definitely RVK waiting here for them, and he has an idea about where these players are coming from, and he's trying to cover up himself as much as possible. As Enigma, they're thinking about what to do.
Yeah, but even if Enigma are able to kill RVK and get the site plant, they will never have decent post-plant positions because you've already got Knight Rider on C long. And he can probably kill the planter right now if he peeks.
Yeah,
that is a very baity from the shadows. Acting more like a very expensive recon dart, to be honest, as he spots out most of the players and figures out where they are. At least it will deny them any post-one positions and force them to be on the site itself. They've got one playing towards logs, Ghost holding the long corridor, but then it's Knight Rider playing cheekily around the dark cover, and he finds everyone!
My word, Knight Rider, the hero of that round for his team. I mean, it was just pure timing based. He got out of that smoke exactly when Easy looked away. And unfortunately, he went down and Ghost went down because Knight Rider just knew his position. He sprayed down through the smoke to get it. And in the end, Force One took out the last man standing, Godvexy, who was just stuck in a tight corner where he could do nothing but die, with 3 players converging upon his position from 3 different directions. And Force One, convincing victory, 13-7. I mean, I saw somebody predict it earlier, I believe, in the chat in the halftime when I was looking through it. So kudos to whoever predicted the 13-7 scoreline. But if you are a Force One fan, then you're going to have a happy day, at least for now, because Force One have put up map number 1 on the board, and they have shown that they are more relevant on they're more relevant on the side on the map of Haven than Enigma Gaming, at least for this match.
Yeah, let's take a look at the match highlights and see exactly what went in the favor of Force One Esports. These guys played so aggressively on their attacking side and the defensive side. Overall, Force One Esports were just never afraid to pick up fights and push into these positions where Enigma have to keep on worrying about a potential backstab 24/7.
Yeah, that exactly. I mean, how many times have we seen in a round, Crips, where Badman, him being the killjoy, he's just, died out in the first 2 kills at the very least, right? And that gives so much room for Force One to play around with, because we could see, first of all, the thing about Killjoy on a map like Haven is that if Batman deploys his turret towards the A long position, right? Let's say he keeps it towards A long to cover up anybody pushing in from A, and he's towards C. That range itself is completely nullified because of how far he is, and he can't even make sure that the turret works. And on top of that, if Batman is going to be giving up his life every now and then Enigma are going to be in much more trouble because of the fact that they've got nobody to look after the backstab. And on top of that, Batman was also going to try to, sell out these fakes towards a certain site, and he was also going towards the lurk, towards garage, and he was giving up his life in so many rounds. And Force One took complete and utter advantage of that, and they made sure that they got flanks coming in at the right time. They got people pushing in with the flanks onto the side at the right time, and the kills were just raining down for them in all the 13 rounds that they won. Because Force One, they did have a couple of rounds where, you know, they had a few mistakes coming in, but in the end they made sure that they covered all of it up in the second half, because 2 rounds were all that they were going to give Enigma in that second half, as 13-7 scoreline, pretty convincing, pretty dominant, and they're going to be feeling pretty good about this going into the map of Ascent, aren't they?
Yeah, they're definitely going to be feeling all of that. I really like how Force One Esports had a lot of creative plays this time around. Like, for example, that one round in which they went from B to C, and then later on, they had C control, but instead decided to take Garage and then immediately transfer back over towards A using the From the Shadows. And those kind of moves kept Enigma on their feet. And I like that
Yeah.
from Force One Esports, especially in the first half. In the second half, I don't even need to mention how aggressive they were, because it was pretty palpable and they were always just wrapping around Enigma Gaming from the extremities of the map, from A and from C, sometimes
Yeah.
even defensively playing B very, from the far back ends of the sites, just because they wanted to let Enigma into the B side so that they could wrap around them from both areas. That sort of dedication and coordination between Force One Esports gets them the win on the first map. But now we're heading into Ascent. Now, Force One might have been able to pick up Enigma's map pick, but can they still win on Ascent? I mean, this is the map where all those flashbacks are going to come through. This is the map where they went from 12-2 to 14-2. And I'm not sure what's going to happen this time around, as we are heading into the belly of the beast. This is where this revenge match gets really, really heated up. But we're going to have to take a little bit of a breather, a little cool down before the heat continues. You guys are watching the LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 1, powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with Ascent after just a short break. Welcome back to the LG Ultragear presents TEC Gauntlet Season 1, ladies and gentlemen. This tournament is powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. We are in match 2. We are about to start with Ascent. Force One Esports have taken Haven, which surprisingly happened to be the pick of Enigma Gaming. Now, Force One Esports winning the map pick of their opponents kinda puts the pressure on Enigma now. They need to perform on a map which Force One Esports have picked up. Enigma did mount a massive comeback last time these two teams faced each other, but will they be able to do it this time again? That does seem very unlikely. I'm pretty sure Force One Esports would have fixed their mistakes. And keep in mind, Force One Esports was dominating last time around with a scoreline of 12-2. Enigma made that massive comeback to win 14-12, but still, that comeback was fueled on the back of a lot of mistakes from Force One. And from Haven itself, we can find out that Force One Esports have improved a lot in the last 1 week. Can they actually pull this off? Can Force One Esports make this a quick 2-0 affair, or will Enigma Gaming make us go the distance and bind? Let's jump into the agent selection screen, ladies and gentlemen, as we do not want to keep you waiting any longer.
Absolutely not. And you can see that the players do not want to keep themselves waiting because Force One, insta lock-ins completely across the board, and you know exactly what they're going to be playing. Shivis with that Sova, RVK shifting on to Killjoy, especially when it comes to Ascent. We've seen him do that multiple times. Car God this time going for the Astra, no Omen. On the other side of things, Ghost going to be picking up his usual. The Jet, Easy is going to be going in for the Astra. And the rest of Enigma, I mean, we could probably see Hika again on the Sage, maybe. But you know, if he's feeling up to it, if he's thinking about doing something different, we could see a double duelist come in instead of a single duelist over here. God Vexy, he has locked in Sova, and then Batman is going in again for pretty much the same lineup that was before. Batman with the Killjoy as well. Last man's now Hika. If he's choosing to go for that Phoenix and completely shifts up their game plan, now he's going to be locking in that stage. It's going to be the same lineup as before, as yesterday, as pretty much everything what Enigma have been doing on Ascent, and they're going to be sticking to it, not changing up the game plan whatsoever, maybe, or you know, in game they might have something else to do. You know, you never know what's going to happen, what Enigma are going to pull off. But on the other side of things, Force One, they look pretty strong. They look pretty confident with their double, double duelist lineup. They got a Raze and a Jet, and that explosive power clearly is in their favor just because of that Raze being there.
Yeah, I've seen that Force One Esports never really pick any characters that have flashes. The only character that they had last time was Omen, and that's not exactly a flash either. That's more of a near sight. But still, this time there's no flashes, but there's two characters that can cover ground really quickly, which means they will be relying on a lot of fast-paced executes. And maybe if not executes, they will be able to help each other out by just getting to places very quickly. So trades definitely will be better on the side of Force One Esports, and they were nice in Haven as well. Let's see if they're able to replicate the same success on Ascent.
Absolutely. Are they going to be able to replicate is of question for sure, because these guys, we've seen them multiple times get control of this mid region. It looks like they're going in for again. Force one, they're pushing towards B, they're pushing towards mid, and it looks like it might just be that hit coming in from them. A very, very fast push towards mid, which has cleared out a lot of ground for them. As RVK is leading the charge over here, he's going to get the first kill. Yeah, he's just going to get a ding for the moment. He's completely forced off. As Rafa's going to make sure that God Mexi goes down. Ghost returns back to favor as the rest of Enigma are rotating towards B, where it is already two players who have been crippled down. They are waiting for the rotation coming from Hika, who can heal his teammate, and he's spotted out by Rafa. Rafa needs to get this kill, as does the rest of his team. Rafa is not going to get it. He's going to go down. RVK is going to actually find the head of Ghost, as the rest of Force 1 have actually made their way towards A, where the plant is already going down, and the retake for Enigma, possibly to maybe lose another pistol, or you never know, to get it back as well.
Knight Rider, he was the one who got that opening pick towards Gardens and liberated the ace side for his team. Now he's playing burst contact again. Oh, he sees both the players. He's gonna run away. He's hoping that his teammates will come behind and follow up, but they don't need his help. Knight Rider all by himself, picking up this round for the team. 3 frags for this man, and all of them impact frags. While his teammates were busy crunching mid plus B, 2 people coming in from market, 2 people coming in from B main, this man went into its tree, and he was able to pick off a player who was trying to rotate towards the B side, and while he was able to catch that player off guard, he also heard the other players of Enigma start to move towards the B side and prepare for that mid plus B crunch, and that's when he prompted his team that maybe it's a bit too late to start going into that B side now, and we should hit the A side instead. And that call was correct. It helped them get the spike plant for absolutely free.
Absolutely, it did. And Force 1, now with the advantage early in this match, they're going to be pretty happy, as they've got the weaponry that they need to win it out. And there it is, Knight Rider with the first pick. He takes the head of Ghost for himself as they're rushing in towards his A side. The door has been closed. Badman on the Heaven position. He does get spotted out, but he's going to run back because of the gravity well, which is put in by Scargod. And now, Force 1, Rafa, they have the advantage. And Rafa's in a good position to get... oh, Rafa does not get spotted out. And there it is, a shooting gallery. Get one. Not a more though. It's going to be Shivy and Scargod to add on to that tally, as the last man standing over here is going to be easy towards A-Shot, who gets obliterated by RVK in a long-range Spectre fight with a classic. And round number 2 for the side of Force 1, as they are looking to add on to their lead from the previous map and keep the momentum going even after that break that we had.
Yeah, we did have a little bit of a break because of Valorant server issues, so sorry to keep you waiting, ladies and gentlemen. But we're back with the game. No more delays, no more waiting. It's just gonna be constant action all across the board. Force by... No, not exactly. Sorry, not a Force by. This is more of a bonus round for Force 1 Esports. And Enigma Gaming are the ones who are on a full buy. Coast wants to push. He doesn't have anyone close to him for backup. There is the Astra behind him, but not exactly in a position to trade. So they're going to fall back after not spotting anyone towards A main. Ghost is on the verge of reaching high mid. From this position, he might just be able to catch RVK off guard.
Deploying drone.
And he's about to shoot him down. They don't engage. Somehow RVK survives that onslaught, and Ghost is now all the way in attacker spawn, while the players of Force 1 are on the verge of reaching B. Instead of fighting, they're just hoping to go directly into the site, where 2 people are lying in wait inside the default box and the boathouse instead. Oh my goodness, Batman gets deleted. Chivy also runs and guns across God Mexi's head. Elsie with a double. This might just change things up, but then Scargod peeks out of lane. Oh, this is disastrous. Every time they think they have the advantage, someone or the other from Force 1 just turns things around. And now Scargod jumping across, hoping that he can spot anyone out towards the defender entrance, but he won't see anyone. Spike is stopped in the site. Ghost doesn't know where the last player is. That's why he's walking across. And if he's looking towards B main, that might just allow RVK to walk into the side without getting spotted, but they will fight each other now. It's a 1v1. It's just gonna boil down to aim duels. Unless Ghost is able to catch RVK on the crossing, he needs to move into the side to retrieve the spike, and RVK makes the transition safely.
Absolutely will. Now the spike should go down any second now, but Ghost is going to try to deny it as much as he can. Unfortunately, he could not get it while it was going down. He should have just a centimeter away from his point of view. But RVK, the man who always shows up in clutch situations, is going to do it again. And Force One, they have won out even their bonus round, as the third is on the cards for them. And RVK, the hero of that round, he played that absolute perfection. That was so close, Grips. If Ghost would have checked literally 1 centimeter or maybe a 1 inch towards the right of his POV, he would have probably caught RVK planting the spike, and this round could have been over for Enigma. They could have won it out.
Yeah, if he was a little far behind in B main, then he could have stopped RVK from crossing into the site in the first place.
Yeah.
And that would have been it. That would have been the round done and dusted right there, because the pressure was on RVK. The time wasn't in his favor. Now a drone to follow. Uh-oh, Ghost is tagged. He needs the backup of Ezzy to stay alive, but Ezzy also has been spotted because of the boom bot. The crossfire needs to be deadly over here. It is good for one, but Ezzy falls back in the nick of time. Doesn't want to fight any longer. He's got Hika to back him up over here now.
He does have him because on the inside of smoke, the door still hasn't been closed. Or yeah, it's not been closed yet. It's not even been broken down. As the Shivi's gonna get one, make that a second, and Shivi is putting up kills over here. It is an eco, and Godvex is gonna get spotted out. And here comes the plan from the side of Force. Okay, oh yeah, he's gonna. Okay, he's not gonna. He's going against it because the shock that was coming in. RVK is gonna find Batman on the lock towards mid as Godvexy trying to spray down under heaven with that sheriff. Is not gonna get anything. Just a little bit of a tag maybe, but Force One. They've got 4 players alive and they've got 1 player to kill, and all of them are peeking him at the same time. And Godvexy did not expect that. He goes down, and a little bit of a cheeky moment between all these players. You can see the smiles across their faces. Knight Riders having a pretty good laugh for himself. And Force One, they seem to be enjoying themselves at the moment and are pretty comfortably in the lead with the 4-0 scoreline.
Yeah, but maybe those smiles will be put to rest as Enigma pick up the big guns. And when I say big guns, I mean literal biggest gun of them all. The Odin has come out from Godvexy, and he probably will be playing towards that B side, ready to spam anyone who dares venture close. Nobody will be showing their faces over there. Luckily for them, F1 Esports are focusing on mid instead. Oh, and Rafa dry peeking onto Ghost, winning the duel as well. That is amazing. They're showing presence a little bit towards B. They're showing presence towards A as well. So most of these spots are spread out across the map. But the most presence is still on mid. And now as Rafa walks up towards Catwalk, he's going to be faced by 2 people.
Oh no.
Yeah, now they know where Ezzy is. They will be forcing him out of that cubby. Unfortunately, the Nanaswarm doesn't really clear him out just yet, but that's okay because Knight Rider is already into the A side and he's getting all the kills. And while that's happening, the B side is under assault. That man denies that ultimate, and Godvexy denies the entry. But the trades go in the favor of Force One, and Shivi is the last man to bring it back. 5-0 lead this time around. And here's the funny thing. Every time Force One Esports are going towards the B site, Knight Rider picks up a kill on A. Last time he did it via Catwalk, this time he did it via A main. And that basically keeps Enigma on their feet because they can't even rotate preemptively or stack a particular site to intercept Force One.
Yeah, exactly. And now they also know that the Odin will be coming into play from the hands of Godvexy every now and then. So they're going to be very careful when they tread towards B main as well, because they saw it in the last round. This time they don't need to worry about it though, because there is an eco again from the side of Enigma Gaming. And if they lose this round, which looks like a very big possibility because they don't have the weaponry or the utility to fight it off, it's going to be Force One to run away with this half with just 6 rounds on the board and 6 rounds played as well. Because 6-0 scoreline is going to give them to shut out the half at level terms at the very least. And that Boombot is going to be doing some work over there. And here comes a lockdown as well. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they would have wanted to save this for much more of a buy round. But they are going to come in over here in the eco. Not quite sure if they know that. I mean, they should. But Force One, either way, they want to win this round and they want to win this fast. Rafa stopped in his tracks, but he still gets a kill with that nade. It's going to be Knight Rider and Scargod to stop Ghost after he gets a kill with that knife, with the blades. Batman goes down as well as Enigma. 2-4 now, 2 versus 4 now. Cosmic Divide available. Sheriff across the board for both of these players. And Easy and Hika, I'm not quite sure what they can do. Maybe 1 exit frag, 2 at the very most. Not more than that because Shivi He's looking at the right angle, and he's gonna find the head of Easy, as Nightrider is gonna make sure that Hika does not do any more damage. And yeah, Rafa, he's yeah, Rafa. He's just holding his head, and he's like, yeah, no, what just happened? I don't even know. Yeah.
So the funny part over here is that Ezzy pushed out of A main, and he was all the way up in defenders, sorry, not defender spawn, attacker spawn, very early into the round before these guys even committed the lockdown. So when the lockdown came through, Enigma knew that this is not gonna be a fake. They have to commit, and they stacked up the players also. But even after stacking, one player got detained inside boathouse. The other players really couldn't do much because they were shut out by the Nebulas, and they just witnessed F1 Esports take that side, and Enigma could do nothing but watch. No response from them. Maybe they can put up a response this time around, as they have the better weaponry and there's 3 ultimates available. There's a Cosmic Divide and Lockdown available on Ezzy and Badman. So if they use this together, a retake definitely looks possible on the side of Enigma, but they would most likely not want to let the plant come through in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely not. Ghost finds 1 kill, and here comes the ultimate. He's trying to commit it. He wants that kill so bad, but it's gonna be Nightrider to shut down Hika and AZ, and the A side completely blown open except for God Vexy towards the garden position, who has the Odin in his hand. Sprays down 1, constantly putting down bullets. He's not gonna put any more though. He's gonna get back to a safer position because that gravity wall is gonna be sucking him in, and he's gonna be vulnerable. Just 2 bullets is all that they need to put inside the body of God Vexy right now, but the vulnerable is gone. Batman finds Rafa, and Batman finds Nightrider as well, and Forced One suddenly, out of nowhere, lost this round and left Skargod alone in a 1v3 where he has a spike to himself. He's given out sound cues. Ghost is looking in the right direction, and it's just a matter of time before he goes down as well. And there it is. It's gonna be Ghost to shut him down as Enigma finally have a response coming in. And they have round number 1, and this should be serving them a little bit of confidence to work with.
Yeah, but there were so many people positioned in that catwalk area. Enigma were finally able to stack the right place at the right time, and with the correct weapons as well, to stop F1 Esports in their tracks. I was worried there for a second, because while they were busy dealing with the aggression on catwalk, Nightrider managed to get in from A main, and I thought maybe him and the site will draw out the people of Enigma from catwalk and force them to go towards the side, and then they would be crunching. But nah, that just never happened, and Enigma were able to deal with it. And they deal with it yet again as they get the opening pick, this time onto the problem child, RVK. Goes stepping up for the team once again with the operator. But Nightrider, he wants to sneak up close and personal. The operator is no longer in the equation because Ghost is rotating towards the B site. Nobody on mid, just an alarm bot. This looks to be one of those rounds where once again F1 Esports go B and Nightrider fakes A or something like that. But it seems like most of the players of F1 are now crossing to join Nightrider on catwalk. And it's just gonna be Ezzy over here in conjunction with Hika. The A main area has been balled off, so they know that this is going to be just a catwalk execution. They both can defend over here, but they both go down in a matter of seconds, and now the A side's completely destroyed.
Too many targets in front of Ezzy over there, and he just did not know who to aim at. He saw 2 players, 3 players, and that was it. God Vexy with the Hunter Fury trying to deny the plant, but he cannot. And he's trying to get them damaged post that, but that also is not going to work out in his favor. As now Enigma 2v4. Cosmic Divide also was deployed in this round by F1. So that's just going to make them force their way out of this, retake, because I don't think they're going to be going in for this. Ghost looking for any sort of pushes coming in, but he's not going to find anything because F1 are treading light, and they know that they need all of their weapons for themselves. And there it is. The save has been called as F1 are putting on a dominant half so far, unless it goes to a 7-5 half like the previous match. Enigma, for the moment though, are in a very dire situation.
Oh no, run. Save the operator.
Okay.
Well, he's going to keep that alive, so at least something goes in the favor of Enigma, but not the round, unfortunately. They were able to win 1 round by stacking the catwalk area once and making sure that the Odin over there stays relevant. But this time, F1 Esports attack catwalk once again, and they win. So it was just like a one and done round for Enigma when they were able to get their place in the right time at the right place. But this time, even after having 2 people over there in order to stop this rush from coming through, and it's not like they were getting pinched from main as well. No, it was just a shot and catwalk. That's it.
Yeah.
And even after that, they were not able to stop it. They just lost the duels, and it's really not much that you can do when all your strategies are correct, but then you just can't win the fights.
Absolutely. You couldn't have put it better, Crips. And now they are spread across the map with a little bit of a concentration towards A from Force 1. The spike is towards high mid still. Kind of lost my words over there. VK spots out easy towards A shot, up to his usual tactics, and he's just gonna try to force him off that place. As there's only one man defending the side of B, which is a Killjoy. Now there could be a Killjoy versus Killjoy fight over here, while a lot of drama has already taken place towards the A main. All has been broken down. Hika's taken a little bit of damage, and so has Knight Rider, but not too much that he can't sustain. And now F1 choosing otherwise. They're trying to go towards B, where Batman has to hold this all by himself, and RVK has already destroyed the turret, and now there is Ghost to support him as well. But are they going to be able to do it? The ultimate coming in, but Batman's going to be taking down StarGod. That ultimate not going to be of any use because Batman makes sure that he gets 2 before going down. RVK finally going to be trading off Batman. As Force 1, they have the side to themselves. They have a player on the lurk as well. The plan should be going down, but the man advantage is still in the hands of Enigma, as they can afford to revive somebody, but he's not in a propulsion position. And now the sound has been given off. RVK in a very, very good position here, Crips. This just could fall apart for Enigma if he plays well.
Yeah, but unfortunately Knight Rider can't join them yet. There is an alarm bot over there. If he peeks, then not only RVK, but even he will be revealed, and all the players in the side are dead. Knight Rider finally comes through. Luckily, Batman had gone down, so that alarm bot did not detect Knight Rider. But as he's taking it, he's going for it. He's about to finish off the defuse. You need to pick now!
Easy! Nerves of steel. Damn it. That's the perfect representation of pros don't fake.
Pros do not fake. Not at all, sir. No. Oh, what a great round by Force 1, but they can't close it out. Their post-ban positions were actually somewhat admirable.
Yeah.
Like, nobody would check the market position, and RVK was able to get 2 frags for absolutely free before Enigma could realize what was happening. They were already losing players left, right, and center. Yeah, sure, they managed to trickle into the side via the stairs, and luckily for them, even these guys, the Knight Rider wasn't detected, but Ghost spotted out this time. He will escape. Jet versus Jet battle, and none of them has taken any damage so far. Knight Rider just looking to sell this fake over here. But while this will be a fake or not, we will have to wait and find that answer. But whether or not it is a fake, here's the thing. StarGod has already moved into its mid. Now, he can't venture out any further because of the presence of that alarm bot. But he can gather the information on anyone else from the side of Enigma rotating. So in case Force 1 Esports do manage to sell the fake, StarGod will know whether or not Enigma bought it.
Absolutely. Now he's going to be playing the pivotal role over here. He's the hook that the thread of Force 1 is hanging about, because they're going to be swinging between 2 sides, and StarGod's going to get spotted out now. Now they know the jig is up. Now they know that he's trying to get information towards mid, while the rest of his team is moving towards A. Ghost gets 1. Knight Rider to immediately trade back. Hika's going to be taken down, so no revives available for their side this time. And StarGod, he's gonna tell his team to come towards B. Oh boy, this could be paramountal. RVK, so I'm sorry, Batman looking in the right direction is able to find Shivy, and now they know they're pushing in for market. Batman is holding in a very good position. He's gonna be able to get 1. Yeah, he will but it's with his utility though. StarGod takes him down, and they have no idea that Godvex is here as well, and he's gonna get the kill on himself as well. RVK to chime in. Now in a 1v1, no time left. I don't think he's gonna be able to do it. That gravity wall is not gonna let him go anywhere close to that side, and this is gonna be the end of this round as Enigma have played this down to the wire. I mean, they almost gave it up, but hey, that one gravity well did the work for them. What a beautiful presence of mind from the side of Easy to stop it happening, because if that gravity well was not there, I'm pretty sure he could have gone and got the spike down and planted.
Exactly, and you also need to appreciate the nanoswarm grenade over there, which Batman activated after he was inside B main. Usually that nanoswarm grenade is put down to stop the rushes. This time, I think Batman just activated it to keep himself safe. But what he did not know, that the spike would be dropped in there. So Batman unknowingly was able to get the advantage for his team. And that spike getting dropped after, I believe it was this the Astra. I believe it was Skargod who was scanning the spike after he died to that nanosonic grenade. Yeah, that spike getting dropped over there was the reason why Force One lost that round. This time, once again, Knight Rider on his regular shenanigans, but there is a barrier off to stop it. No problem, they'll break it down within a matter of seconds. But this just creates so many more angles that Knight Rider now has to check. He's cleared every one of them, so that barrier up basically goes to waste. Nebula will stop him from coming through, but that is just a temporary solution. This time, there is no alarm bot present for the side of ENIGMA over here, which means Force One Esports can move in. They only need to worry about getting tagged from the drone. They don't get tagged, that means they don't get wall banged as well. And no damage taken from the players of Force One so far. They've committed the lockdown towards B. Let's see what this forces ENIGMA to do.
It definitely has made them go towards B, while the rest of Force One are going towards A. While Knight Rider again up to his usual tactics, is not going to be successful this time though. Hika's going to take him down and he gets immediately traded off because he's got too many players in front of him. Shivy takes him down as they're running in Rafa to lead the charge, but what they don't know is that Easy is towards MA and he's been sitting in vines for so long and he's going to get deleted. Shivy and Rafa are making so much work happen for their team. As Skargod gets another one, finally taken down. It's going to be Force One in a 3v1 where they have the advantage. They have the side, they have everything that they need to win this one out. And Force, unfortunately, has the world to face against him.
1 versus 3. He was the top fragger for his team in Haven. He was the one who carried them to as many rounds as they could get, but this time he needs to pull off a Herculean task. A near impossible situation and not enough HP to go with it either, as Shivy is just deliberately toying with him, but he's looking for other targets. Spot out. Shivy almost saw the raise as well, but then RVK from behind plants a bullet in the back of his head. Oh, that came close. Came down to the wire. Force One Esports are about to take the lead once more. And no matter how this round pans out, 8-4 or 9-3, it's still favorable for the side of Force One. But this was expected now, wasn't it? Last week, Force One was able to get the lead on the attacking side. It was the defense where they failed on Ascent.
Yeah.
So they need to be careful about not giving up their rounds on the defensive side, because the attacking has always been very good, so no surprises over there.
Absolutely has been, Crips. And now, Knight Rider is actually going to be going towards A main, while Batman with the Marshal is trying to get some desperate peaks for his team, but he's not going to be able to. As Skargod is going to get one actually, and they're pushing up towards mid over here, which has been cleared out, and they are charging ahead. Batman though, he's going to get one. Rafa's head completely blown off with that Marshal. RVK is going to immediately respond from the other side, from B main. He's going to take down Godvex. He was supporting Batman over here, and now Skargod. 5 HP to his name, no heals, nothing whatsoever. He has to work with this. Easy's gonna take the Knight Rider on the other side of the map. Batman gets another, and ENIGMA making this force by work. They're getting things happening with these weaker weapons. And right now, they're on the advantage side with 4 versus 2 men on their favor. RVK takes down Batman, who went for that weapon, unfortunately. Should have held his ground, but that's okay. He's done the work for his team. Now the rest of the 3 people get something. Now RVK, but he's not allowing them. He's ripping them apart. Easy. They did not expect him in A shot, and he's going to take them down. And now Shivy left to do it alone in a 1v2. He needs to move in. He's got the side open for himself, but Hika, he's holding the cross. The timing. No, the timing. Oh my god, the timing, Crips.
This could be very, very unfortunate. Force One Esports could have gone towards the B side ages ago. They got the picks on mid. In fact, the killed Ghost in a very uncomfortable position, and it was such a difficult task for Hika to revive him because he was constantly paranoid that the moment he sticks that revive, someone or the other will peek. Luckily, Ghost was able to get revived safely, but again, both the teams having a little shroud of misinformation around them. Force One Esports had no idea the B side was clear and they could have gone in for the plant immediately, but they did not do so. They were being extra careful. Yeah, because of that carefulness, they went back towards mid and won the fight against Ghost yet again on Catwalk, but it still wasn't enough. 8-4 now. ENIGMA on attack. Now, Force One Esports need to be very, very careful. This is when the PTSD starts to kick in. Remember, there was a point where Force One Esports on defense were leading 12-2, and then ENIGMA were able to mount a massive comeback. I do not hope that ENIGMA are able to pull it off again, because that would be just absolutely heartbreaking for Force One.
Definitely will be, but right now what's gonna break is probably the head of Knight Rider. If he peeks out too much, he dashes away, and I'm not quite sure they know. And that smoke is gonna allow him to escape. Nades coming in as well to stop Enigma from coming in towards his A shot from Rafa, as there's 3 players defending this A side from the side of Force One. And they're actually forcing the issue towards A main, while Batman is actually going towards mid with his teammate. Godvexy has released the drone to get information for his team, and he's going to clear out all the way towards defender side spawn, saying that there's nobody mid, and they're actually going to take that information and go towards A, when Knight Rider's waiting towards shot, and he's going to get completely deleted. Ghost going to give a wall bang to his head. Cargo to trade back. Batman goes down, and now they need to push in towards A main. He's going to get another dink, but nothing more. Easy gets 2 kills for himself, as Enigma Gaming, 3 players low on HP. Hika's able to heal himself off, but in a 4v2, Force One, I'm not quite sure how they're going to get this pistol round back in their favor.
Yeah, Force One Esports just need a bullet each
left.
to kill the Jet, the Astra, and maybe 2 bullets to kill the Sova. Ghost will be the first point of contact. Should be an easy enough task for RVK unless the timing betrays him this time around. And he doesn't get the ding. Oh, and he gets all of them! 1-1 shot each onto all the players low on health, but the Hika is as healthy as he can get. The sentry could be a massive deterrent though, and he's too busy looking towards RVK, and Shivy capitalizes on the distraction.
RVK.
Thanks.
My god, look at that guy. Look at his face, man. He doesn't even change an expression after pulling off that clutch. I mean, it was 1 bullet, yeah, but then the timing of it was so perfect. Like, he turned around at the exact right time that he needed to towards Vines, because 1 bullet from that side could have also, like, from Ghost, could have probably blown his head off as well. But Ghost, unfortunately, did not peek out at the right time. He got 2 kills, and look at this. Like, he gets 1, he gets 2. Ghost misses the shot, actually. Okay. I did not notice that in the first time around, but second time the replay allows me to see it. And now it is Force One who are going to be feeling very, very good about that, Crips, because 4v2, even if the HP is low, you would not expect to lose that one out, would you?
I mean, the man advantage in a 4v2 situation would probably discourage some people, but maybe the information that so many people were low on health, because that information came through from the teammates of Force One, that's probably why they were able to attempt that retake in the first place. And this time the Sheriffs won't really sing the songs of death. His Ghost will bid adieu as he's looking to make something happen towards Catfox. Most of his teammates will join him. Hika's been spotted towards top mid, but not anyone else. They continue to retain the crossfire on mid, but Essie deep into Gardens is able to pick off Rafa. RVK though, he's picking up all the kills and the spikes dropped over here. Everything that Essie did to liberate whatever kills he got on A will be rendered useless as most of the forces of Enigma go down. And Force One, they survive the anti-eco as well.
Absolutely they do, and they're having a little bit of a fun moment over here. Smiles across the board still for them as they put up round number 10. Crips. You know the one thing that I'm honestly loving from Force One? You know, we call Enigma as the unknown prevailing team, you know. They are the ones who pull off weird stuff. They have different ways to approach a game, right? But Force One have been so unpredictable that Enigma are just not able to play out in their own favor. And I love that coming in from Force One. Look at this. This, for example, they're pushing in, but although they get 1 kill, that's all it's going to be. They're trying to do different things. They're trying to push in. They're trying to make things work for them. This time it didn't work though, but it has been working in the 10 rounds that they have won so far. Now, RVK, beautiful shot. Okay, this guy needs to get off the server right now. He's just crazy with that Sheriff, man.
I know. And they might just challenge him. They want to break this lockdown, and they're still committing to it, but the spike's been dropped, and RVK as solid as an anchor over here.
Force One. I mean, Crips, anything that Enigma are trying is completely being shut down. How good has this team gotten in the last 4 to 5 matches that they've played?
Exponential growth from the side of Force One Esports. They're able to triumph all their opponents. They make no mistakes. They force errors out of their opponents. And this team, they are starting to look a lot like a contender for the throne every second of the day.
They absolutely do. And now they've forced Enigma to get onto the eco, which should be a desperate buy actually from them. They've got Sheriffs across the board and they need to get this round, or else it's gonna just spell death for them. This round is very, very important. Force One can afford to lose this. They can afford to lose this. They still have a lot of economy to work with. But if Enigma...
They can afford to lose this, but keep in mind, this is how the comeback started.
Yeah, that is also there. I gotta agree. But look at that. Skargod is gonna disagree with the comeback happening over here, Chris. He gets one, and Hika is tagged down a little bit. He's gonna heal himself, but Knight Rider's gonna shut down things on the other side of the map, where he gets 3 kills to watch shot. And this is gonna be it for Hika as well, I believe. He might find Skargod. Yes, he will. But that's gonna be it. It's gonna be Knight Rider for a 4K for himself. And this is match point. Force 1 ready to move ahead to the lower bracket decider finals. Just one round needed for their victory. And Enigma, I am not quite sure that they realize what's just hit them, Crips, because this could be a beautiful, beautiful revenge story. I mean, hitting back in this fashion, honestly, it is amazing how this team has developed from the time that Enigma beat them to now them beating Enigma back again.
This is gonna be fun.
Exactly. The last time Enigma was able to mount that comeback because Force 1 Esports forced fights. And they were giving up the opening frags to Enigma time and time again. This time they gotta make sure that does not happen. And that's why you can see everyone from the side of Force 1 is just playing all these passive angles. Only Knight Rider is the one who's looking for some fights on mid. That too because he has an operator and the ability to get away. Crossfire, really strong. Rafa, all by himself, is able to shut down the first 2 players. Then comes his teammate to help him out as well. Shivi waiting the shock darts. The nades also go through, but Rafa overextending. These are the kind of mistakes that Force 1 need to avoid. But Skargod brings it back as he shoots as he threw the smoke. Godvex getting tagged and Knight Rider bags him. It's just bad man. Left in a 1v4 and he cannot do the shenanigans anytime soon as Force 1 Esports will seal the deal and they move on to the lower bracket finals. No comebacks for Enigma Gaming this time around. That train has long passed. That ship has sailed. And Force 1 Esports do not concede rounds like these again.
No comeback, nothing of the sort is going to happen again. Enigma Gaming have been completely obliterated in both the maps that we have seen today. Haven and Ascent, 2-0 clean sweep victory, Crips. I mean, this was an absolute dominant show from Force 1, and I could just see RVK is so happy with that victory. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure he's been waiting for this matchup. Right? I mean, the way they got beat, after that, the confidence just completely goes, it just demoralizes you. And I just want to have a look back at exactly what happened. Let's have a look at the match highlights to see how Force 1 completely dominated this game, start to finish. And the one thing I do want to point out here, Crips, second half, not one round went to Enigma.
Exactly, they never even gave them the opportunity. Sometimes Enigma was able to get the opening frags, but they were never able to convert it into rounds. Just courtesy of such good coordination from the side of Force 1 Esports. Every time they lose control of one side of the map, someone else covers it up on the other side. And this happened a lot of times on the defensive side, but Force 1 Esports never really needed to make that defensive side work, especially when they were able to pick up such a massive lead of 8-4 on attacking as well. So, just such sheer aggression from the side of Force 1 Esports. I mean, there were several instances where Enigma was able to read what Force 1 Esports would do, but then Force 1 won the rounds regardless on the basis of sheer brute force. The only time Force 1 lost the rounds on their attacking side was when Enigma Gaming was able to successfully kill the spike carrier and the spike was dropped in an awkward location from where it could not be retrieved. That happened a couple of times. Some mistakes were made, but Force 1 Esports were able to still keep majority of the half clean.
Yeah, absolutely were. I mean, there were multiple times, I think, moments like these where Rafa, I mean, poor guy, he tried, I think, 4 times with that ultimate to run in. And every single time, although he did get maybe, I think, 2 or 3 ultimates that did pop off. Other times, it did not fetch off any kill. None of the ultimates actually fetched any kill, but it got information for his team to come and trade off for him. And Rafa, I mean, he put on quite a show today for sure, because there were so many various ways that he was just helping out his team, be it getting entry facts or be it getting information, giving up his life for his team to come and at least reply for it. And there were moments of brilliance from Enigma for sure, like this round right here.
Yeah.
Like, you know, where Easy, with his presence of mind, stopped his opponent to go into the side. RVK could not go in because of gravity well. There were moments of brilliance for sure. But Enigma, I mean, there is a lot more they could have done, I felt like, Crips, because I felt like there were strats that were being executed that seemed very, you know, one-dimensional at times. Because I did not see them going for any fakes on the attacking side. Maybe also because they were completely shut down in the initial stages itself, because there was so much aggression being showed from Force One given. But
Yeah.
there were so many moments where, if they are showing pressure towards A, they could have sent one player like how Force One did. They sent Knight Rider out on the prowl, even though he's the duelist. They had Rafa with them, whilst Knight Rider was lurking towards A shot so many times, right? And that gave them an advantage because he used to get those peaks towards A short or even towards A long. He was fighting off Hika, he was fighting off Easy to keep them, busy over there. And everything that they did was working out in their favor, Force One. Unfortunately, Enigma, I think that single duelist setup has worked against them. They have tried before, they have won, definitely. But today, clearly that double duelist setup allowed them to get one duelist to do the work with the team and one to do work without the team.
Without the team, exactly. I want to queue an assassin over here so that we can get started on the analyst desk. And I really want to touch upon this point that you just mentioned over here because that is so important. And the whole double duelist setup helped them quite a lot. We'll talk about it a little bit more on the analyst desk. Come on in, assassin. Where are you hiding, buddy?
Welcome back to the analyst desk of the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 1 powered by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your host Assassin47 and with me back are my casters and analysts, Universe and Cribs. How are you guys doing? Because I want to ask you this. How are you guys doing after that match?
I'm a little relieved. I was
Hmm.
expecting some PTSD, some Vietnam flashbacks, comeback flashbacks, but nah. First One Esports managed it pretty well this time around. 13-4
Yeah.
is not as dominant as 12-2, the score that was there last time, but still, they did not make any mistakes on the defensive side. Their attack also looked pretty impressive. So I must say, I am very satisfied after watching this Ascent game. I was very nervous before the whole Ascent game started because of whatever happened last time around between these two teams. This was a revenge match, a grudge match of sorts. But First One Esports exact sweet, sweet revenge, and it is a dish best served cold.
I mean, I can't believe my eyes because 13-7, 13-4. Damn, Force One Esports, they definitely have bumped up their game. So I want to ask you this, Universe. What exactly do you think went wrong for the side of Enigma Gaming on the map of Haven?
I mean, pretty much. I mean, I think they were out of their element today completely. I mean, they tried to do something that they thought would work out, but Force One completely. They just shut it down altogether. I mean, all of it, what they tried, was just not working in their favor. I don't know what exactly they had the what mindset they had today coming in, because they were the ones who chose Haven, and I'm pretty sure they saw yesterday that Force One were very good on Haven. I know Enigma are good on Haven too, but they need to consider the fact that if they are the team that throws in very weird stuff happening onto the opponent team, then they should be able to try to play maps that are out of the usual. Maybe you go in with for that icebox, or go in for breeze, if at all, if it means all the same to you. But Enigma are known for doing completely wacky stuff. Today, though, it was all basic one-dimensional tactics that went into it, because and F1, they welcomed it with open arms. They said, "You do it, yeah, for sure, and we're gonna welcome it, and we're gonna throw it right back at you, but with three different versions of it." And Force One had so many things going in their way. The timings were perfect, the way they executed their teamwork. Honestly, the teamwork that I saw from Force One today was absolute top notch. They made sure that there was not one player who took a 1v1 fight. It was either 2v1, 3v1, however it was. There was always team fights happening. And Force One, honestly, that was an amazing improvement from the time that they've started off this tournament. Improvement has gone up. I don't even know by how much of a percentage, but clearly Force One are definitely contenders for this title if they are able to beat either one of Velocity or Global Esports, who are coming down from the upper bracket soon enough.
Well, we definitely know for a fact that Force One Esports they have improved quite a lot, like in a whole different level. But Crips, I want to ask you this: what exactly do you think got that huge difference on the board on the map of Ascent for the side of Force One Esports? How exactly were they able to put up 13-4 against the side of Enigma Gaming, despite knowing the fact that Enigma Gaming were the one to go ahead and bring that epic comeback the last time both of these teams went on against each other on the map of Ascent?
Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about the double duelist setup of Force One Esports over here. You had Rafa and Knight Rider, the two people who are responsible for getting opening picks. Now, Rafa plays along with his team, whereas Knight Rider goes all by himself towards the other part of the map. On several occasions, Knight Rider was able to just single-handedly dry peek towards A main, get a pick and fall back, or he was able to go into its catwalk and create some havoc over there, catch the players of Enigma as they were rotating towards the B side while his teammates are already present on B. So you not only have Rafa, RVK, Scargod, and Shibi pressurizing Enigma towards B, and then Knight Rider trying to come in from the backstab, getting into its tree, getting into its gardens, and getting behind them time and again, which basically confused Enigma Gaming. So whenever they were transitioning from one side to the other, they always had to be worried. They were always checking every angle. They were measuring their footsteps before they committed to either one of these sides, and the rotations were delayed and sometimes just completely shut down because of this. What the rotations for Force One were pretty easy. And I'll tell you why, because Enigma Gaming focused on not playing mid very aggressively. What they would usually do on mid is place an alarm bot over there just to make sure that Force One Esports, if they decide to go from, let's say, mid to market, That's when the alarm bot comes in handy. But not a single player watching down the mid corridors by themselves. So because of this, whenever Force One Esports felt the need to go from A to B or B to A, they were able to cross without facing any danger whatsoever. That alarm bot sitting just outside of market does absolutely nothing. And Force One Esports can rotate freely, Enigma cannot. That's what I think worked in the favor of Force One Esports. The freedom that they were given to change their decisions, to fall back if things go wrong, and start afresh on the other part of the map. That is what gave Force One Esports a lot more opportunities to work with, and they were able to capitalize on those opportunities. The conversion rate of these opportunities into round wins is impressive.
Interesting. I mean, Force One Esports, the way they just quickly pulled themselves out of whatever issues or problems they were in before is truly to be praised about. And Force One Esports, you guys deserve all the energy and love as well. So please take it and keep on performing, keep on grinding. And we can't wait to see what exactly is going to happen against the loser of the upper bracket finals that are going to be happening for the second half of the day. Let's take a quick look at the brackets now and see what's happening over there. Because, hey, I feel like that after the match of Global versus Velocity, we might just see Force One Esports maybe taking on another title and winning it away. What do you think, Universe?
Absolutely. I mean, there is going to be a Titan coming in their way now. You know, either Global Esports or Velocity Gaming and Force One have clearly shown that they deserve to be among the top teams in the region, and that's exactly why they're waiting on that spot in the lower bracket right there. And they're going to be joined by one of the teams from the upper brackets after this evening's match. After the El Clasico, and that is going to be a juggernaut of a match itself. But the overall brackets, I mean, if you had told me earlier that we're going to see Samurai Esports fall off pretty soon, we're going to see Godlike fall off that soon, I mean, I wouldn't have expected it, right? I would have expected, any one of those teams to have made it so far. But Force One have overcome every single hurdle, and they deserve to be in that spot where they are right now. One step away from the grand finals. They just need make sure that they've got the same momentum and the same energy that they had day before, yesterday, today, and they need to have it tomorrow, because facing off either one of those two teams is going to be a whole different ball game.
True that. The young bloods, they definitely are looking to go ahead and prove their mettle. They really want to go ahead and show who exactly is the boss and who exactly is going to take things forward from here as well in the Valorant scene right now. But yeah, with that, we do have another matchup coming right in front of your screens for the second half of the day, which is going to be the El Clasico of Indian Valorant. That's right. It's going to be Global Esports taking up against Velocity Gaming, and I feel like that is going to be a match to witness. Any thoughts on that, Crips? I mean, I know for a fact that you are excited for this, and yeah, I mean, Global Esports versus Velocity Gaming, we all love to see it, don't we?
Yeah, we do. These guys, they faced each other in the most important VCC match, and this time Velocity was able to win against Global Esports. But will they be able to pull it off again today? Not so sure, because Global Esports must have exacted some sort of strategy to figure out whatever Velocity Gaming is doing. And honestly, sometimes I feel like these teams have such deep strat perks that no matter what they do, there is always something new that they're able to bring on board. Man, I wish I was gonna cast the next match as well, but that match will probably be taken over by Floki and maybe you. I don't know
Yeah.
who's gonna be doing that, but yeah, I just wish both of you the best of luck for this, and I
Yep.
know for the fact you guys are gonna have fun, and the viewers will have fun as well.
Definitely. We all are going to have fun. So I want you guys to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell notification icon. This is very important, by the way. Hit the bell notification icon to not miss the update for the El Clasico. That's right. Global Esports versus Velocity Gaming, 7:30 p.m. IST. So we are going to be seeing you guys in that stream. Until then, you guys were watching the LG Ultragear TEC Gauntlet Season 1 part by WD Black and AMD Ryzen Radeon. I'm your host, Assassin47, signing off with my casters and analysts, Universe and Crips. It was an amazing match between Force One and Enigma. See you guys tonight.
1, 2, 3, let's go.